It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC East. It's the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills, and it comes your way next.
Oh, it is a winter wonderland indeed. The snow is falling in upstate New York as you get a look inside Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
And we are underway in Buffalo. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. About that for an intriguing start. The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it, because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 43-yard line.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. 43 yards for Breece Hall. And the Jets march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Brings your line to kick off for the Jets.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Samuel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second and 2 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second and 2. They'll try the right side here with Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Allen going to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And that's caught inside the 35. The way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams, 68 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now Zerline on and the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
To the air, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now is Allen. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fighting through at the 20. And he's loose again. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Again, open partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And New York set to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. This one deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has all the makings of a landmark day running the football. He scored 3 times now, and we haven't hit the quarter break.
You think back to Alvin Kamara, Christmas Day 2020, 6 touchdowns, which tied Ernie Nevers, the Hall of Famer. He's halfway there already. Some fancy footwork in the early going.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Brings their line to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 42-yard line.
They run the counter with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Rodgers now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
A gain of 15 yards.
On 1st down, Allen. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. And nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And again, it's Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Allen. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Amari Cooper, 32 yards. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the 2nd, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the 2nd quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On play action, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's back-to-back catches for Devontae Adams. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That is caught by Williams for the Jets touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Sirline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd and 4.
Come on, defense. All right, let's control the trenches.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off play action. Allen. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Here's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the Jets' 40-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Allen to throw once more. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, Bills. Curtis Samuel from a yard out. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
He'll take it at the 42. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Allen off the play fake.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas. Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
2nd down and 8. Here's Hall again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Give up the middle.
Able to push his way through. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
Yeah, no. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. Taking on the midfield logo. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. On 2nd down, Cook. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Allen. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now Rodgers.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18 on the play. 1st down, Jets.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Running left, it's Hall.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
119 yards rushing for him now at this point.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 2 on the play there, and it's good for a New York first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Jets are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Hamler now to return it. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills going to take over again on offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. Now Allen
on the move to his left. And he'll get in for the 2 points. Is that from 11 to 9. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Off to Wilson it goes on the end around.
And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This